Well, apparently the hotel the board was reported for a safety incident. Someone claimed the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility, and she was sent to the Fortress of Meripede. Oh. Interesting. She's been in jail this whole time? That is one way to make it make sense that she hasn't appeared in the story so far. Could make sense. But you know who else? Like, that did definitely happen. Like, do you remember when we were doing the Archon quest, the first bit, Arfonta got spiked in the Hotel de Board. So clearly this is a recurring theme. It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back. Well, about that. If the cream and mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove, you'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire? I'm sorry, cream. I'm sorry, mushroom. As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well. How has the Hotel de Board made it this far? I'm at a loss for words. You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow these flavours the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil, got it? Yes, chef. Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice. Yes, chef. Is she yelling at a kid? Lumiline, what's that? A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute produced from an extract of the Lumitol. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they use it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you could use it as a flavour enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive. You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place. She didn't do anything? She just came to say hello? She actually came to tell Monica to put less powdered sugar on stuff. And she didn't do anything. Also, I do want to try and make a suspicious mushroom soup. Because I just want to see if it talks about, like, you didn't cook it for long enough. The same way she was yelling at that kid about it. I just want to know. Mushroom soup. Okay, let's make a bad mushroom soup. Let's cook it manually and let's see. A bisque that can be found anywhere, a small sip, and the weird taste already freezes you. You can't help but pray, Archons above, please tell me it's not dirt that I'm tasting. Oh no, I was hoping it would be less obvious. Great, then it's settled, and to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate. Spina-sponsored, wait, you mean I'm cooking? Well, I promised Kaiko a feast in the Fusandra, and now I know how much you've been looking forward to it. Yes, feast, feast, feast. I can help cook, it'll be good practice for the contest. Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives. However, we are also friends with Xiangling, so that's a bold statement. A bold statement indeed. This guy's so excited. The lady's being like very, very fair because she's a food critic, and the guy in the middle, he's having an okay time. This guy looks so ready to eat cake. This guy. He's got such a vocal, like, face. Vocal face? He's got a very expressive face. Isn't it more likely that Escoffier lost her edge? Or maybe one of her assistants let her team down? You take that back. Judges, we demand a rematch. Monica! Monica! Monica, what did you do? Not to worry, come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty Gato myself. It was definitely Monica, but why? Why would Monica do that? Why would she do that? If any flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst. Monica! What? I thought you were our buddy. I'm sorry, I was forced into it. Phew, hey, give me your water. Here. I said your water, the one you just drank out of. Sure. You're right, I don't deserve forgiveness, but I am done being bullied into submission by you. Oh, feisty. At least you watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble. I somehow doubt that since I poisoned both our water bottles. Oh. What? Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback. But you drank it too. It's what we both deserve. This is the price you pay for betraying Escoffia. You'll die here with me, Monica. Oh. you. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I have no idea if she did or didn't poison it, but this is interesting. What's so funny? You're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water. Are you serious? You're here because of a Gateau de Board obsession? You've gone completely mad. I couldn't care less about the cake itself. No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remeria is in the palms of their hands, and they thought, oh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient, it's a groundbreaking drug. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remeria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui. I cannot believe her grand plan is to find a drug and hand it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui. It looks pretty deep here, maybe it leads somewhere. But I cannot believe that is her big plan. Like, really? She's trying to become a drug lord. And that's her entire plan. Find a drug, and she's assuming that is in fact the secret ingredient that was in the cakes. And she just wants to sell it. I mean, if it works, but also, like, I bet it's that same Lumiline or whatever that they were already using, and that was why they got in trouble in the first place. I bet this is the same drug they were talking about before. I bet they had it all along. Maybe not the same exact version, but it sounds pretty similar. Enough chit chat, let's get out of here, Kaiko. Escoffia, let's come. Escoffia, come on. Okay, I'm coming. Huh? Oh, no you don't, huh? If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. Ha ha ha, I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far, but if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it. What do you mean? How would that help you at all? What do you mean it'd be worth it? You're a psycho. You know how whenever one of the random NPC men is the villain, they always have the angry eyebrows? I wonder if the women always have a bob. I feel like that comes up. We thought Fermin's problem was purely psychological in nature, but after the threat letter came to light, we got Fermin thinking, and then he remembered the tea that Monica used to give him every night. Yes! Did she poison his tea? And as it turns out, she was lacing it with Lumiline the whole time. No! She poisoned him! No way! Doesn't that cause nerve damage? It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications, but if you calculate the dosage carefully, you can control the extent of its effects. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional, whether that mean more fragile or more hot-tempered. No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge. And I bet she was drugging Savannah too. Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liwei, and Xiangling! And in her I saw so many new possibilities. It actually is Xiangling and Goma! As you mentioned the treasure between Modeste's writings and what we saw in his ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remeria was most likely a substance that the Remerians extracted from Lumitols, better known to us as Lumiline. Huh? So then why all the hype back in the early days of Gateau de Board? Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then, so desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for Lumiline, It may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times, but these days it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it'd be worth that much these days. So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk. Feels strange to say it, but Paimon always feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return. She got exactly what she deserved. Yes, Paimon, poor Monica. She got what she deserved. Hey! Huh, Navia? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Romaria, a magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has an immense artistic and historical value. It can be worth an absolute fortune. Wait, isn't the jar they used to hold the treasure? If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something. Ah, such a shame. She could have sold the empty jar. So funny. So funny. Monica, why? So much potential. All gone because she was greedy.